Did I tell you about me in the Pacific whenever I unintentionally swim with sharks?
No, but that
Yeah.
sounds fun.
So we went out to Wake Island, which, as far as like World War II is concerned, it was basically just a runway to get ships refueled on the way to go fight in the ocean.
Right.
Um, and so we went out there for work. Basically, we're gonna resurvey the runway and make sure that it still works. So we jumped in, and we basically just stayed there for like a week, I think. Oh, I need to buy stuff. Um, and basically, all there's like 12 people that live on this island. So
You're going
we
mid, by the way.
what mid?
Mid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez, this little guy flies with a rocket. He's literally holding on to a rocket.
30 seconds until minions
Um,
spawn.
he's quick. But so yeah, we fly out there, we do our surveys in like the first day, and then we're done, and we like do a few extra like courses and stuff, basically like internal, like working on different radios that are super outdated, like high frequency stuff. And so then, we have all this time in the world to just free dive, and all of us brought our pole spears so we could fish for the next like 4 days. And the number of like huge grouper and like just so there's like 5 people that live on this island, and there's no chance they could ever outfish this place, right?
Right.
And you get out there and it is just like super clear. It's probably like 40, 50 feet deep right off the very edge of where the island ends. It just immediately is like 40 to 50 feet deep. And then after that, you go out maybe like a half-ish mile, quarter mile, something like that, and it is very abrupt, just like into the abyss, like super dark blue, deep, scary ocean immediately after you hit that point. Like there's nothing else. It's like it goes from like all this beautiful coral and like just lovely, lush ocean, vibrant, full of fish and life, and then just death. Like there is nothing in
What the
between.
fuck was he doing?
I don't know. Um, But as a result of that, there are fucking sharks everywhere. Like, and because we're just out there just slaying fish, like so much
Yeah,
fish we
yeah.
had trouble eating it all. Like, uh, we, I, my one, my literally only fear is sharks. Like, I don't fuck with sharks.
I love sharks,
Um,
man.
I am both fascinated by and terrified by sharks. And throughout my
That's a fair
military
thing to
career,
have,
I have had lots of encounters with sharks randomly in different places all over the world. This being the most terrifying. So as we're out there fishing, it's just me and my pole spear, and all my buddies, and I am getting focused by this reef shark. He's probably like 6.5, 7 feet long, so just a little bit bigger than me with my fins on. And he keeps swimming all the way down to the bottom, and then just like half a second later, he is like right in front of me, like just curious, like the fuck is that thing? What are you like? What are you doing in here in my waters? And I kept having to literally poke this thing with my spear to get it to leave me alone. I was just like, what in the actual fuck? And thankfully we had like our Zodiacs, which are like these big rubber boats with big,
yeah.
like however many
I know what
horsepower.
Zodiac
Yeah,
is. Yeah.
we had those out with us. So I
You
literally
gotta
was just
remember,
like,
I've worked with a lot of this stuff too.
yeah. Um, yeah, sometimes people even in like branches of service, I'm like, man, do you know what this is? And like, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. I'm like, okay, cool.
Weird people. Just pay
Yeah,
attention.
I know.
Like, don't get me wrong, I don't use that stuff.
But I know what it is.
I've worked with it. Come
Yes.
on.
Well, I think now they're called like rib boats, which is like rubber inflatable boat or something like that.
RHIB. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rib.
Rubber
Uh,
hybrid yeah, something ridiculous.
Something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
But yeah, so I have never swam so fast in my life, the like 300 meters that it took me to get back into that boat. And so I swim my fucking ass off to get back in the boat because I've had to poke this shark like 3 or 4 times now to get it to leave me alone. I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go do something else for. I'm just gonna chillax, calm down, ease my nerves a little bit, maybe dress a fish while I'm waiting, and then just hang out. Like I'm just gonna do that. And so I.
Don't forget you have a turret that's really
yeah,
far back. You can
Yeah, I forgot it's there.
turrets are good.
Yeah, I keep planning them, but they're not hitting too many people. But now I've got them cornered. So yeah, I get back in the boat, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to get back in this water. But we're out there like the entire day, so I'm not gonna be like a little bitch and just sit in the boat the whole time while everybody else is out fishing. So I eventually, you know, work up my nerve after like 15, 20 minutes to get back on the water. And when I do, there's like the tiniest of tiny little reef sharks just like hanging out with me. And it was so adorable that, I mean, it was like 1 foot, like a foot long shark. Like, it was so tiny and so adorable that I was just like, this is fucking awesome. My fears are gone for the time being. This little dude's just chilling. And yeah, so I just got back in the water, and sure enough, thankfully, I quelched my fears temporarily to be able to hang out with a baby shark.